Oh, about to analyze my entire solo, okay? So get ready for that. Alright, let's get started, okay? So. Okay, so already, like, just laying down some really clear information, basically. So, I'm playing the notes A flat, B, and F. Nah, that note's an F, and I'm contextualizing that F. F is always important in Meshuggah, like the later Meshuggah when they're playing, you know, basically guitars that always sound like they're in the key of F. So this riff is an F riff, but the tonality of it is actually a D flat major tonality. So that F is the third, and it's the third in the chord, fits right in the chord, but it's also the bottom of the riff. The riff is an inversion of the chord. So it can be misleading at first. When I was first checking this out, I was like, oh, you know, this is going to be like in the key of F minor and then F major, right? It's going to like do that. No. The tonic is always D flat. So what's changing is A flat and A natural. Sometimes you have a D flat major, like a D flat mixolydian, or sometimes you have a D flat mixolydian flat 6, and you have that A natural coming out. But it's almost like the A flat is always there. So that first lick I'm playing right there, all I'm playing is A flat, B, and F, and then when I go up, that's playing A flat up top and A natural. So I'm really laying it on that mixolydian flat 6 vibe. So we'll see where it goes. So I'm playing G flat. I'm just adding notes. I'm just kind of spoon feeding you slightly more dissonant harmony. But what's funny is that G flat is not dissonant at all. Even though it's a minor ninth away from the root, or minor ninth plus 3 octaves or whatever, something like that. But it's not dissonant because it's just kind of like sustaining that D flat. It's creating like a D flat sus moment. So as long as you don't really lay on it, it pulls nicely back to F, and you kind of have like a quick little tension, quick little release. It's all about the tension release. And so I'm just doing a pivot off an F. I'm basically, whenever I'm doing those rhythms, like da-ba-do, like I'm always pivoting off of one note and then playing however other many notes I can reach. So in that case, it was F, G flat, F, A flat, F, A, F. Like that's what I'm doing. I'm always trying to find that pivot note, you know, and everything is contextualized off of whatever note I'm pivoting from. So that quick moment, I was just contextualizing D flat, definitely just playing D flat mixolydian really quick, laying it down because I'm about to get a little bit more dissonant. So I want to spoon feed you that root note and like let me mess up your head, right? Okay, so that was a parallel idea. So I used rhythm to kind of connect to ideas that weren't necessarily harmonically consistent. So I did an idea where I was going down to like a B whole tone. I was taking it into B whole tone, creating a D flat whole tone. and then I resolve it back into D flat mixolydian. So B whole tone is very close. It's almost all the same notes as D flat mixolydian flat 6. The most different note would be the G natural. So if you play licks that are, you know, hammering down that G natural, you got to quickly resolve it, and you're either going to resolve it up to an A flat or down to an F, or if you're really creepy, you can quickly resolve it to a G flat, which is going to have to resolve to an F. So you have a little bit of chromaticism right there. You have F, G flat, G, and A flat all kind of working if you're thinking about D flat as your reference point or your pivot note. So that's kind of what I was doing there. Okay, so I literally reached the top of that lick. I'm pretty sure that was a G, that top note. And then that was me just, hammering on a dissonant note in the top rate, about to resolve it. Literally did resolve that G down to a G flat, and then played an F, and then like went straight mixolydian, like happy mixolydian moment for a quick second after hammering on a dissonant note way up high. And you can tell it's like pretty dissonant. You got to pull it back right away. Otherwise, you're going to just sound like you're not inside that harmony. I'm trying to stay inside the harmony, even though I'm going out of it for a quick moment. I'm trying to always be inside of it. So it's about tension release, you know. I can tense up real quick as long as I'm going to come back and almost justify the tension. Like stealing from Michael Brecker right there is all that was. Literally just playing it like a classic false fingering lick that works great anytime you're in a scale with a flat 7. So the notes I'm playing there, B, D flat, and D flat. 2 D flats. False fingering the D flat. So I'm literally just playing 3 notes but 2 pitches. And then when I go up high there, I'm playing an E natural, giving it like a bluesy pentatonic vibe for a second, and then that E natural, I pull it up to an F, and then I'm like really bluesy, like using both thirds almost. Yeah. And that thing I did right there, that last bit, then I took it and I played some D natural, did some flat 9, take it into like almost a quick, almost like a Phrygian moment, if you could have a Phrygian with the minor third and the major third. That's what that was. I do that all the time, actually. Do Phrygian with both thirds. It's great. I think maybe there's another name for that scale. I don't know. Oh, made a mistake. That, see, hit up that D natural, hit up my Phrygian major. I'm going to call that Phrygian major. Like you can hear that's all almost coming from like it's almost like a harmonic minor vibe, because I'm really leaning into that D flat mixolydian flat 6, but I'm always pulling back to my A flat. Like I'm playing a lick that's got that A natural in it. I'm usually doing a lick that's literally it's a big jump intervallically. I'm doing A natural and B, and then jumping up from B to F, and then F to A flat, and then that A flat works to pivot against the F to an A natural. So all the notes that I'm using in that quick moment are A, B, F, A flat, and A natural. If you find that under your fingers, you'll see that's a great little thing to rip. And it gives you that moment of like, okay, I'm going into the dissonance for a second, but I can pull it back, and you have like total control the entire time. That's out of that Phrygian major idea. Phrygian major. So if I want to talk about Phrygian major, I'm literally thinking D flat, D, E, F, G flat, A, B. That scale. That's the scale. That scale works on this riff really well. So of course I'm not even talking about the rhythms. Like the rhythms that I'm doing are making all the notes work. Like if I weren't being really selective about the rhythms, the notes wouldn't resonate at the right time. I'm trying to slam the notes up against whatever Meshuggah's playing. Like I'm really conscious of what note they're playing at any given time, and whatever note I'm playing needs to resonate with that. So it's a matter of just being positive about it, you know? Like, technically anything works, you know? That's the scary thing about music, is like, technically anything works. You have to just know what you're doing. It's like, what kind of loophole is that? No, I'm serious. Like, anything works, just know what it is.